Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back with Star Wars The Clone Wars Republic Heroes. Let's continue.
Private, have you been able to locate Generals Kenobi and Plo?
And so now we're playing as the
Hang on, Switch. We're on
what
the way.
is this? The fourth set of Jedis? Third set of Jedis in the game? Like jumping around way too much. I have a feeling that the Clone Wars cartoon is like this, and that's pretty crazy. Why episodes would jump around in such a way. The good news is the Jedis, if you can get the X prompt, don't need to do a hacking minigame. Maybe that's the reason why all Jedi seem to be ranked general or higher, is because they don't have to hack. However, they do have to do these awful walls where you have to pause. Hope we don't run into too much of that. Apparently falling down doesn't let you into another area, which is, I thought there might be a collectible down there. There are. Like, game is lying to me. There's no way down though. So there's collectibles down there that you can't get. You just can't get them. Or you have to come down this way and then get them. And was that worth the 50 points I just got? Absolutely not. Totally not worth the time. I got 100 points just for hitting that one thing. I could have saved myself the frustration. So I need to get the X prompt to get this to work. Break something. And there is something up here. Destroy droids any way you choose. And what's funny is this is the first instance in which we've run into any droids. I can't kill that one though, however. I'll fall to my death. $820 points. I'm just doing these things at this point to try and get the last 100,000 points that I want to actually earn, and then I'm feeling the urge grow inside me. Wow, Mace Windu did not collect anything at all. I'm certainly feeling it within me, the desire to not mess with those anymore. Well, I got most of those, so we'll just come down this way. Come on, jump and hit high enough. Wow, you can bounce off the front of the screen. That's some speedrun strats for you. So maybe if I did this, I could grab the ledge and hit that. That is not the way to do things. Where are we now? I can get big head mode. Apparently I've already purchased it. And next I need 8 more artifacts to unlock this. And I have 34,710, so we're 1/3 of the way.
You sense them, Master Fisto. The enemy is ready to strike.
And I'm just tapping X on this, and the X isn't flashing. So maybe I'm supposed to hold X instead of tap it? Maybe I just needed to tap X once. Like, who knows? Alright. No, it wants me to tap Y at least. The arrow prompt there is a very old way of prompting something like that.
You've just entered the scanning facility, sir. Be careful, General. I can't deactivate anything in this section, and trust me, you don't want to get caught in those beams. Get ready to jump.
So apparently I'm playing Hopscotch, and what am I doing though? The weird thing there was it didn't really feel like I could jump back to the rock. And we're supposed to be able to throw a lightsaber, but I don't know how. And the game's not really implying that you can. So I imagine the lightsaber throw is just a different animation for the Force Blast. Which...
Select this power up to increase your points multiplier.
Seriously? Did I need that tutorial? I've seen these power-ups before. Like, do I need any tutorials? What is probably 4 to 5 hours into the game, if not a lot longer. Double jump. Well, you don't double jump, you just press A. There's a horror game called Dead Space where you're on a mining ship that mines asteroids. It feels a little similar to this scene. However, what they do with the concept is a lot different and probably better than this. This is a contrived way to make you play hopscotch, to make you do something that wastes your time, that is just ever so slightly different from what you were doing before. The truth here is you don't need to jump anywhere, though. You could just stay on the rock and not get any points, which makes this a stupidly easy level. What's moving this rock forward? We have no clue. And that's really ridiculous. Like, there should be some kind of beam of light, some beam of energy that's pulling these rocks this direction. Some waves of air or something. So the idea was to get on these robots that are mining. I imagine if mankind moves into space long enough, we will eventually mine asteroids. And this is not a ridiculous depiction of that. But there's a lot of questions about space boots and magnetic boots that I personally, as not much of a fan of Star Wars, never felt like their series was implying that they were ever in any kind of zero gravity scenarios, or that clone troopers or Jedi specifically had magnetic space boots. That was just one of probably a decent number of tropes that Star Wars managed to avoid and instead make their own tropes. That was not worth the time to come back and get that one point. How do I want to jump here? Jump. Oh, my partner jumped. But I didn't make it. And there's no way to switch people that you're playing as. That's something you could have done, I think, in a Lego game, a Lego Star Wars game. I'm gonna stay where I am, wait for it to come this way, and then hit A, and then it's gonna work. Because anytime this game wants you to jump, you just press A, regardless of the distance, which is incredibly, insanely inconsistent compared to any other game that would have been out within a decade before or after this game came out. Like, if this was an old Atari game, you might buy into the idea of A always meaning jumping to the next platform. Something like Frogger or something, that would make sense. Alright. Collect the most points in the time limit. And so, more of this. And this is an interesting 3D platform where some points are in the front, some points are in the back. It's hard to tell where the points are, but it seems they're in groups of 12 squares, 3 by 4, and in different sections. I got silver, whatever. I got 500 points for that, whatever. And now we're doubling back again, something you probably shouldn't do in a kid's game. I don't think that's a good move. I'm just going to try and save some time and skip collecting some of these points. Cubes. It's kind of a far jump, but 1A is all you need. Let's see if we can do this and land it. Yes, we can.
Where to now, Private?
1 second, sir. I've got an idea. Get on the platform.
Platform got closer. Now we've got a golden droid with the baton, laser batons. When they introduced the idea of droids that could use something that looks like energy or blaster energy or force lightsaber energy, it really threw what was the generally known concession of the Force and what a lightsaber was doing into question. Like they eventually, I think, pretty much had to say the Force is in everyone and everything, so even if a droid picks up a lightsaber, they would be able to use it, whereas earlier interpretations and explanations, because let's face it, the Star Wars series has been inconsistent with its lore and canon. Earlier interpretations was only Jedi could focus the Force through a crystal in the lightsaber to make it work.
You're almost there.
And so it was supposed to be a big reveal if Luke could get a lightsaber to work, or if any other new character could get a lightsaber to work. Now it's not really a reveal at all. I'm just going to come over here and take a moment. Now if you hold the X button, I just did this dash. I'm not sure if the game ever told me I could do that. I know you can do a charged Y button or a tap Y. I know you can tap X. If I hold A, I kind of hover. Not really though. And what does the B button do? Nothing really. I'm just getting blown up. This is a Miniboss element. Use the Force to shoot the rockets back.
I think I found them.
Where?
I can't be sure, but there are 2 life forms sealed in a loading bay surrounded by droids.
That sounds like Obi-Wan. Good work, Private. Now, can we find out what the Separatists wanted?
It's
It appears they
been
used our scanner array.
nearly as
Need to know
long
what they were after. Can you access the scanner logs
to
from here?
No,
play
sir. That
since we
data is
last
stored in
played
communications
with
room
Obi-Wan,
Very well,
as
Private. Lead the way.
long as we last played with Anakin and Ahsoka. So those characters got majorly sidelined. Majorly
We found the
sidelined.
Jedi commanders. They're sealed in a loading bay on the lower decks. Private Switch is sending you the precise location.
I knew it! Leave it to us, General.
And this is weird because now the implication is that everybody is either on one of 2 planets or on the same space station.
This place is crawling with clankers.
Which I assume this is a space station and not, say, a base on one of the planets, which actually I guess it probably is a base on one of the planets. And if I get my ship, my AT-AT here, or ATST, whatever it is called, if I get that broken, I die immediately. I can't hover, and I can jump, however.
We've got a droid problem here.
I'm about to die. Way too many droids. And you know they're doing this because they want it. They want the Clone Wars game to,
I hope General
or the
Kenobi
cartoon
and
to
Thor are
be
okay. Those Jedi have
acceptable
some
to
good
any
dogs.
age.
We'll find them.
Let's see what this is. Just destroy more droids.
When you challenge the best, be prepared to lose. You're good, but not that good.
There's no buttons that you can even use on this. It's just fire with the left trigger or with the right stick, which is what I'm using, and A to jump. And the jump might do some damage. Let's see. Wow. I got totally defeated by the AI. And the way this camera works, it's impossible to believe that there are any hidden collectibles anywhere. I thought this was a power-up, but apparently it's not. And look, we can just run through that.
They should have left you in your growth jar for longer, clone.
Well, I guess that's the confirmation that they have the ability to speed up the aging process in the cloning, when they make clones, which that's really the only way cloning works for anybody in any sci-fi story.
Welcome to the script pile.
Those are clones, all right.
Like, I suppose you could... I'm just trying to run through all of this. This is supposed to be a cool sequence too. Somebody was probably trying to be proud of this, and I'm just not enjoying it at all because it's too much. Too many droids. Too many different divergent stories. If I was gonna read a book or a comic book with this many different characters that pop in and pop out, you can guarantee I would not make it to the end.
We've got trouble.
They're moving us around multi-platformed areas. Let's see, can I jump down here? Yes, but I die. So, you can fall down those holes, but you're not supposed to actually move. However, when I died, I think I cleared the room of droids.
Don't stop until the last one drops.
Which, maybe there's some more speedrun stats. But this wouldn't be a fun game to speedrun anyways, not unless there's some skips or cheats you could do.
Was that me or you? Definitely you.
Can't you get this shield down?
Looks like it's gonna take some time.
How did you get him out of the
We found these, sir.
room?
Our actions come full circle.
What's our situation, Commander?
Generals Windu and Fisto are heading for the main communications room now.
Good. We'll rendezvous with you there. Take good care of those lightsabers.
I'll guard them with my life, sir.
And that's a nice little cutscene, but doesn't really do anything. That was 4 minutes, and apparently the AI is playing better than I am because he got a platinum and I got a gold.
Is this the Scenic Route, Private?
A shortcut, sir. There aren't any droids this way, I think.
You think?
This is very different artistically.
Careful.
Maybe it's just because it's a zoomed in appearance of storage crates, but at the very least it feels slightly different. This would be cool if this was a maze, but it's not. It's just another pointless hallway.
Let's just finish them and move on.
I'm right. The turbo lift shaft that leads to the communications room is on the other side of that wall.
Alright, how am I supposed to get up to that? Like, there is a artifact up there, and I cannot reach it. Come on. And I'm just dying like crazy. I've got an idea. That's how I'm supposed to get up there. And what now?
Ready yourself.
More gameplay.
Field more often.
Unfortunately, I'm spending far too much time on the battlefield.
And we're gonna challenge destroy droids with other droids, which will be as boring as it has been every other time. Where am I? And he's not, my partner's not even following the rules of the challenge. It's really crazy how sometimes they do it better than you and follow the rules, and sometimes they don't. And this area is just an invisible wall. Man. So in here we go. And we're going in full circle, same style of areas that we've already seen, if not the exact same areas. That's an interesting move. Way too late in the game to have us fix a pipe. Yeah, I don't know how much I really care about collecting these things. I suppose I still kind of care about collecting the big ticket ones. You never ride on the inside of the elevators, which that's problematic. Let's try this again. Yep, it only triggered. And that felt like an instance where you would have only gotten all the points if you'd played in a co-op fashion. Seems like there would be something to jump to over there. But
we need to start that turbo lift. At least we're getting some exercise.
And we'll just...
How do you do that?
I don't think that was how that was supposed to work. Are elevators called turbo lifts in Star Wars, or did they just steal a Star Trek term? Oh, come on. Figure it out. Get over here and trigger this thing. Game almost glitched there and made it impossible for me to move forward.
Let's go to work.
And my feet are getting stuck in the ground. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I should be able to walk right now, landing on these pipes, and I'm not. Instead, I'm just wasting my effort. I guess I'm supposed to stand here. Well, I think I just died actually, and it reset me. And a lot of instances of the game resetting me and
Stay where you are, Jedi.
and just not being obvious about what it's doing. I really do wonder about that turbo lift phrase, though. This is a great example of how they chop up levels and then put them in random order. Like, and clearly they chopped up some levels here that should have been one long 30-minute level with interesting story and characters.
And encrypted it. I'll need some time to decrypt it.
To defend and protect is a Jedi's role.
The battle is about to begin.
Why did it have to be Jedi?
So is this a tutorialization telling us we have to protect the guy who can hack?
Come to your destruction.
They're not giving him a life bar or anything, so it's yet another instance of the game
General, keep them off me.
These Jedi aren't so tough.
of the game not signposting, not telling you what they want you to do. We can see these guys are shooting him, but for all it seems like he is a
Oh no!
yeah, it seems like he's invincible. He's not really going ow or help me. Are we done? Or are we just taking a break? No, there's one guy over here in the corner.
Stories are true. That you defeated an entire droid army by yourself.
So he's going to come over here and do the exact same thing again. And we've gone 30 minutes. How are we on money? 5 more artifacts to collect, and then you would have the weapon light show, whatever that's worth. I don't want to turn on big head mode. I guess we'll play with it next time. And we're at 51,740 points. So we're halfway to the point where we might be able to unlock obliterate every target in one hit, which would speed up this process ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. But I'm also kind of wondering if we're not closer towards the end than I think. The game says we've been playing for 4 hours and 11 minutes. It, to me, feels like it's been closer to 8 hours, but maybe they're right. What else can we get from it? 30 of 50 artifacts have been collected, and that implies to me that there's quite a bit more, because I would imagine I've only missed at most 9 artifacts in the entire game, and 32 of the 47 challenges have been done, and as we're getting challenges pretty consistently, 2 or 3 in every level, that might mean that there's 5 more levels. That'd be about 15, the 15 remaining. 5 10-minute levels, which would be another hour of gameplay, or another 15 minutes of gameplay. We've not gotten any of these feats, and I would have thought we would have accidentally gotten something done. The numbers are going up and up and up. Droids destroyed as a Jedi 1,000, droids destroyed as a clone 692. So we're approaching 2,000 drones we've killed, but we've fallen off the ledges nearly 150 times. We've died nearly 200 times. It's a lot of repetitiveness when you start seeing these numbers on top of everything. I've jumped 2,750 times. Like, why are you even counting this? This is why you probably shouldn't tell some stats to players. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. If you want to support me, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.